I love Saucony, but the Endorphin Pro 4? Not my shoe. And in this review, I'm going to tell you exactly why. My name is Caroline, and on this channel, Run Letters, I talk all about running gear, gadgets and events. So if that is something you are interested in, then make sure to subscribe to the channel. And if you would like some sweet discount codes, then make sure to grab my ultimate gear guide in the first link down below. I bought the Saucony Endorphin Pro at the start of this year. It was retailing for about 250 euros. I think it still retails for about $240. And I bought this shoe as my race day shoe. I was working my way to a half marathon at the end of April and I was so excited to wear these shoes. So to test them out, I wore them on the track once or twice and they felt good, but I did feel a little bit of discomfort, especially in my left foot. But I attributed this to the shoes being new. This feeling would probably go away. Fast forward to my half marathon at the end of April and things were going great at the start. I was flying. I honestly felt so good. But about 1/3 into the race, my left foot started to hurt terribly. I kind of felt like I was landing on the plate every single time that my foot landed on the floor. So the rest of the half marathon was kind of painful and I did not run the time that I was aiming for. So after the race, I thought about what happened and I thought that the pain that I had felt was due to my left foot being a full size smaller than my right foot. I thought that probably my left foot was landing right on top of that carbon plate, which of course really hard, it's quite stiff. Like if you want to move these shoes, carbon plate is super stiff. You see, like I can barely bend this shoe. It would make sense, right? If your left foot is constantly pounding on that plate, it's gonna hurt. So I got in touch with Saucony and they were kind enough to send me another pair. I would have a full size smaller for my left foot. Amazing, I thought. I started running in them and unfortunately, I still get the same pain. I don't know what it is. It might be my running form. But for me, this shoe doesn't work. And it's not like I have this with all carbon plated shoes. I have 2 other carbon plated pairs and I don't have this problem in those shoes. It's only in the Saucony Endorphin Pro, sadly, because I love these shoes. Look how cool they look. Anyway, I'm going to review the shoe now based on the experience that I had with the shoe in my right foot, okay? Because I think that is what is most relevant for most people. Because I watched a lot of review videos about these shoes on YouTube and people are super happy with them. So I'm going to guess that the problem that I experience is very unique to me and probably not what most people feel. So let's talk about the fit of these shoes. First up, the size. I would say take these shoes 1 size bigger. I always recommend this for race day shoes, but especially with these shoes, it's quite snug here in the toe box. So you want to go 1 size up. Now, if this is going to be your first pair of carbon plated shoes, don't expect the same amount of stability in your ankles that you might get from your daily trainer. This is soft. Only support here is in the heel arc. To me though, this has felt absolutely fine. I don't feel like I'm just gonna flip around in these shoes. I think that there's enough stability around the ankle. You've got a very fine upper mesh here, so when your feet get hot during the race, that's not going to be a problem. And as I said before, it is a very stiff shoe, okay? This is impossible to bend. When you are running, this plate is really gonna push you to basically take your next step. Exactly what you expect from a carbon plated shoe. I also feel like for a carbon plated shoe compared to the other carbon plates that I have, which are the Puma Nitro 3 and the Essex Metaspeed Edge, I think. Personally, I have found that these do feel really nice. Even just walking on them on track, people say that, for example, on the Alpha Flies, they feel like they're just gonna fall. I don't have that problem with these shoes. Then talking about style, I think that these look so sleek. They are definitely race day shoes, okay? I think they look really cool. I love the colorways that are available. This obviously is very subjective, but to me, these shoes look super fast. And there are a lot of colorways available, so I'm pretty sure they have one that you will like. Terrain-wise, these shoes are absolutely made for road races. You can also wear them on the track, especially when it's dry. I've had 0 problem there. Don't ever wear these on trail. I think that speaks for itself, but in case you needed to hear it, they're not made for trail. Now, versatility-wise, I've heard quite a few people that use the Saucony Endorphin Pro as their tempo shoe for training. Personally, I wouldn't do it. I prefer to keep these shoes for a race day, to keep that carbon plate as fresh and snappy as possible for the race. Especially at the price that these shoes come on, I personally wouldn't feel super comfortable wearing them 2 or 3 times a week during speed work. So I prefer to save them for race day. Obviously, you can wear these shoes for workouts, but I just think that you want to keep the volume a little bit lower. All right, so durability wise, since I've not had the best experience in these shoes, I've only ran about like 50 kilometers or 60 in these ones, and honestly, maybe about 20 in the other ones. I do plan on testing them a little bit more just to see if they will become more comfortable for me. But since I found other carbon plated shoes that I prefer, I'm probably just going to sell these. Having looked at other reviews though, I do know that these shoes are quite durable for super shoes. So if that is of a concern to you, then I think the Saucony Endorphin Pro 4 might be a very solid choice. Final verdict. I think these shoes are gorgeous. I think they feel very good, and I think for most people they're going to be great throughout their race. For me, unfortunately, so far that hasn't been the case. But as I said, I think I'm a unique case here, so I would give them a try if you can. Especially if you're looking for a super shoe that is still quite stable and has quite a bit of cushioning, then the Saucony Endorphin Pro 4 seems like a solid choice. So that's it for this review. I will make review videos about the other carbon plated shoes that I have, so if you're interested in that, make sure to subscribe to the channel to see those coming. And if you have the Saucony Endorphin Pro and you've ran in them, then let me know in the comments what you think of them, because that might be helpful for some other people watching this video. That's it for this video. I will see you in the next one.